How's it going, guys? This is Sean here with Edison, and we wanted to have a quick discussion with you on climate change and how it can affect biodiversity. Today we wanted to specifically talk about climate change and how it can affect biodiversity in the ocean. Now, the ocean is possibly the world's largest carbon sink, so it absorbs tons of carbon dioxide every year. And with more and more carbon dioxide being put into the ocean, we're going to have the ocean having to absorb more and more carbon dioxide. It's a balancing effect. But so with this extra carbon dioxide being absorbed in the ocean, we're going to see things like ocean acidification. Now, ocean acidification is where the oceans basically become more acidic. We have a change in the pH level because of all the carbon dioxide that is in the water. So this ocean acidification is going to have huge effects on tons of life in the ocean, really, tons of marine life. Specifically, I want to talk about coral reefs. Now, coral reefs are comprised of organisms that need a specific pH in the water to reproduce. Now, when this pH changes, it becomes more acidic. These organisms are going to have trouble reproducing, and it very possibly could result in vanishing of coral reefs around the world because the ocean, as it becomes more and more acidic, they just cannot reproduce as they once could. So we're going to see big problems in that area. And if coral reefs begin to vanish, something we need to understand is that 25% of marine species, just in the ocean in general, live on, near, around, or directly feed off of coral reefs. So they're dependent, strictly dependent on these coral reefs, 25% of marine species. So if we lose coral reefs, those 25% of marine species are going to have to venture out and try and find other ways to survive. And for a lot of them, it's not going to work. They've been, for thousands of years, adapted to living on the coral reefs. And if we take away the coral reefs, they're going to have to venture out, and they're probably not going to survive, a lot of them. And then the ones that don't survive, those are going to have cascading effects on the trophic structure, whether it be in the higher levels of the predators of those species, or whether it be in the lower level of the prey. So, I mean, for example, so let's say a clownfish. I mean, let's say we lose a clownfish species, that's because it's dependent on coral reefs, and we've lost coral reefs, so we lose clownfish. Then the predators of clownfish, there's going to be an effect on those predators because they're not going to have those clownfish to eat anymore. So they're going to have to venture further out, they're going to have to try other things, and it's going to have effect on those species. And then the species below clownfish, the prey, it's going to have effect on those because there's no clownfish eating them. Their population could increase, and then whatever their prey might be will decrease and decrease because their population is increasing. So it's just this cascading effect up and down the trophic structure, really, when you take out a single species. But we're not even talking about a single species. We're talking about taking out coral reefs, which house 25% of the world's marine species. So we're talking about taking out quite a few species, and it's really impossible to know the possible effects that this will have on biodiversity. But we know it would be pretty severe, and it's difficult to think about and difficult to try and comprehend because we really have no idea what it will be until it happens, and then it'll be too late. So that's why we really need to think about these things, and just some food for thought. Hope you guys learned something. Have a good day.